welcome back to another episode. Today is a very special one. As you've figured out by the thumbnail and the title of this video, we have been given Storm's father. So what I'm doing at the moment, I'm just setting him up. I only just got him just before. He's settling down over in the loft. We'll go and have a look. But we are working on a little special mix for him and setting him up with a little pen by himself. We'll go and have a look at it, and we'll come back and have a look at all this stuff later. Okay, so what I've done here is I've actually brought this little 2-pen we had it over here, and also had it tucked around the corner just before because I wasn't going to use it for a while, but then this come up, this little opportunity to do a little bit of special breeding. So we'll see this here, it's all set up ready to go. What I've done actually is I took out this middle divider section for now. I just whipped this up, this little divider in the middle here. So the theory is this is Storm's father. He's a very old bird. He's around about 16 years old. So what we want to do is bring him in here, condition him back up because he's molting at the moment, and get him in the best condition we possibly can for breeding anyway, because it's you know, he's an old boy. He's about 16 years old, and we want to do this reasonably slow, but we want to try and get a few fertile eggs out of him. He has filled eggs this year, I believe, so we do have some luck, but we do need to give him some special care. So we've got this in here. I want to bring him in, put him in here, leave this up when we bring Storm in, so we can just gradually get them used to each other without stressing them too much. I just don't want to stress him. He's an old boy, and yeah, I don't want to give him a heart attack or anything like that. So we've set this up with heaps of room. So basically, you know, they've got plenty of room because he's an old boy. You know, it might be hard for him to mate and fertilize those eggs, so I've gave them extra room so they can sort of strut around and hopefully have enough room for him to, you know, successfully mount her and get some fertile eggs, hopefully. What I've done is I brought in some fresh grit, and also brought in my pink mineral powder mix that I've got. Mine's higher in calcium than the normal bit, so you can see the different colorations in it. That's really handy for the hens as well, especially for him when he's a bit of an old boy and he's molting, things like that. We will have a look at him at the moment, so I brought in a bigger drinker. We will look at giving him some treatments maybe, just to get him in. We'll just tick off all the boxes before we start setting him down with some eggs. We're going to float all the eggs anyway. He's not going to raise them, he's too old to do that. So I've left this one up here, but I've put in this one on this side, but I've put it down lower. I don't know how well he can fly. He's 16 years old, sorry, and I don't want to put too much stress on him, but I want him to feel safe so he can go up there and he's quite relaxed. And I've also got this little breeding box on this side as well, like a little cover, so he can hop up there as well and feel a little bit more secure. So yeah, we'll just see how this goes. We'll go and get him out, have a look at him, get him in here. Everything's ready to go. I might actually just get the food in there first. So what I've been doing here, I've got this little stash of peanuts and peeled sunflower seeds. So you can see there is sunflower in there. That's really good for him. All the fats and stuff in those are going to be fantastic to condition him up and hopefully give him a little bit more testosterone and make him a little bit more eager to breed. But what you can see, I've got him on the breeding mix. There's pellets in there, safflower, and also the peanuts and the peeled sunflowers, and peas and vetch. There's all sorts of things in there. The pellets will actually be really good for him because there is so much goodness in those pellets. I don't want to overdo it, but I've just got enough in there hopefully to you know, get the ball rolling a bit. So this is kind of the mix I'm going to feed him on over the next week or so. He is heavy in the molt and he's an old boy, so we need to give him extra special treatment. I'm not sure if he wants some peanuts, but as soon as Storm comes in, she will show him that they are the goods, because she loves peanuts. She will just smash these things down whole, no problem at all. So yeah, let's get some food in there and then we can get this big boy in there and have a look at him, because I haven't actually got him out yet. I've just got him sitting over in the loft. All right, so basically he'll be on full tray and as much naughty seeds as he wants. The aim is just to get some kind of condition into him for breeding. He's well looked after, but I just want to make sure that he does fill eggs as much as possible. I just put that over there. It's a bit crowded, but we'll figure it out. I just want to get him into condition, less stress as possible through the molt, and paired up and hopefully try and get a few eggs rolling out. And then what we'll do is we'll start lining up those high flyers and they can just start looking after those eggs, because this big boy and Storm not going to do it. So what I did, I just set him in here for now where it's nice and cool, quiet. there's other pigeons around, so he's not stressing too much. This is going to be a pretty stressful move for him anyway, so he's in this little box. We'll get him out, have a little bit of a look at him, and then we'll bring him over into that box because I haven't had a proper look at him yet. Alright, so let's have a look at this old boy. He's old. Let's have a look at the ring here. 2006, so he is 16 years old boy. But he's quite calm. And you can see he's going through the molt, so he doesn't look really nice, but I'll tell you what, he feels fantastic. He's very strong too. He's hard to hold on to. I just don't want to break him. But let's get a closer look at him. He's beautiful big boy. Look at him. If you've got any ideas on how to help this guy get the infertility and things like that up, put some comments down below. I do want to get a few rounds out of him and hopefully keep those young birds of stock. We might even be able to race a few. I think once he gets through this molt, he's going to be a beautiful pigeon, but for 16-year-old or 16 years old, that's pretty fantastic. But oh, he's really strong and a lot of, I just don't know how to describe it, but he wants to go. He's like Storm, but he likes being held a bit more. He's a bit more calm, but he's a beautiful pigeon. It's hard to, I don't want to stress him out too much, but look at this. For an old boy, he's molting pretty heavily. So we'll get him through the molt and hopefully we can pair him up. I'm just surprised how strong he is. Look at this big boy. Such a beautiful eye too, like an old boy. It's alright mate, we'll sort you out, get you set up with your daughter, and hopefully we can produce some really nice babies out of you. A few pairs of stock would be fantastic from this. I am going to, if we can successfully do it, give one of these young birds from this pairing back to the guy that gave me this one, which would be fantastic as well, so he can continue to breed those birds. But here's a beautiful old boy, and full of energy too, so I think once he meets Storm, he's going to be all over it. I think we'll be fine. Okay, so I just took that divider out. We'll get him in there. Have a look through here. I just want to let him settle in for a bit. Jesus, for an old pigeon, I'm just surprised how much energy's in him. See if we can get a really good look at him. But yeah, this is Storm's father, so oh, he's straight into it. He's like, peanuts. No, he's a little bit, he's just excited. I think he's in a new spot. We don't need to let him settle down and get some peanuts into him. But if you do have some ideas on, you know, what we can do to help improve him, to get him into that really good breeding mode with the fertility, he seems like, I don't think we'll have too much problems, because for a 16-year-old bird, he is fantastic. Like, I've got birds over in the other loft that are only a couple years old and are nowhere near as strong as him. I'm really super surprised. Let's get a closer look up on him. So we'll set him up in his little palace here. So we'll see how we go. He's an old bird, and it's pretty amazing to get, especially racing stud pigeons, to get to this kind of age and still be in such good condition. He looks a little bit ratty just because he's going through a very heavy molt, but hopefully that there will sort him out, and hopefully we can get a few rounds at him, because he has bred a lot of winners. He's like I said, for something that old to still be around in a racing pigeon loft, he's got to be pretty good, and Storm's produced some pretty good babies, and he's the father, so this could be an interesting journey. So yeah, if you've got some really good ideas to help move this guy along and get a few rounds out of him, then let me know. We need to go get these high flyers soon ramped up and ready to float some eggs, because this is going to be pretty exciting.